Hey, welcome back to the channel. Today we are headed out to a little bike park. I'm gonna try out some of the stuff. It's my first time. They have a little pump track and some skills and some little jumps and stuff like that. And then there are also just some trails around the area as well. So I'm gonna see what kind of trouble I can get into today, and we'll go from there. So I finally made it to the park. I am going to do a couple of warm-up laps, and then I'll do one out here. So get First thing we're going to check out is the little pump track. That's fun. I think this is the directionality, but I'm not entirely sure. Whew! That is loose. That is super loose. Couple little skills things. Brought a couple inner tubes with me. All right, neat. I suck at skinnies, so I'm not sure I want to do that and beat up my chain guard or chains. So from my understanding, the skills park is very new, so they haven't done a ton of stuff yet. They're still building on it. That was fun. A little teeny bit of air. I'll take it. Now, so here's a pretty good view of what's going on. There's a big ass wall ride. That scares the shit out of me. So I will go very slowly around it. Yeah, I'm not even getting on the wood. Fuck that. I'm not there yet. Couple little teeny berms. Barely bigger than the one I've got at my trail at home. And there's a small teeter-totter coming up. And then a bit more challenging, skinny with some height changes. And then a simpler skinny. Oh God. Oh. Yeah, back wheel came off early because the front wheel came off early. But, you know, for my incredibly limited skill set, that is pretty fun. That's definitely a big old nope from me. It's all right, we'll get there. My balance should be better since I rollerbladed for, oh God, on and off for like 100 years. Little rhythm section into a berm. I don't know what this black is. There's like some black sand. It looks like volcanic sand maybe. That's underneath the dirt. Y'all like that chain slap? Sounds delicious, huh? Little work call I had to handle. So there's a couple like little berms back to back here, a little chicane. Man, I tell you, it takes some guts that I don't really have yet to just huck it into a berm. That is nerve-wracking. But I'm gonna try it again. Yeah, that was not so bad. Definitely better. I'm just afraid to lay my bike over too much, you know. Redemption pass on this skinny down here. There we go. Redemption! Yep, little spin out, but it's okay. I got my G-forms on. I'm all right. So, I took a few minutes and ran it at increasing levels of speed to try to figure out a line. And I think I've got something now. Let's see. Oh man. Man, a pump track will beat the ever living shit out of you. I had no idea that it was that hard to do. I don't know if you can tell, but right there is where my foot came off the pedal. But I cleared that much, like maybe 4.5 feet. I don't know. I left that in there. It looks like such a fucking pathetic little crash. So I'm only seeing it on the back of this little action cam. So I don't know if you could tell, but so my foot slips off the pedal, my left foot slips off the pedal, and toe digs and buries into the mud a little bit, and I'm sliding off the back of my seat, and there are a couple more little like rhythm bumps after that jump, and after the second one I just completely slid off the back of the seat, and it's just couldn't stop it. So enjoy that ridiculousness. All right, so I have moved over to the tech trails, and we'll see how this goes. We're gonna start at yellow and work our way around into the orange trail. Both of these are like green, blue level trails. And we'll see how much I can record before I run out of disk space on the camera. This is a pretty mellow trail. It's nothing too wild, but it is very fun. Yeah, I really haven't been mountain biking very long. When I was younger, I did a lot of BMX. And I wasn't great, but I wasn't terrible either. So I figured, you know, why not give mountain biking a try? And we'll see how it goes. And I very quickly fell in love. In retrospect, I definitely wish that I had bought a full suspension bike and spent the extra money. But a hardtail has its charms. The only downside is that I'm old. Boy, do I enjoy this trail. Oh, and since I haven't mentioned it yet, this is the New London Tech Trails in Forest, Virginia. It's semi-local. Anybody who's watched my other videos, the hill that I just went up is very similar to the hill I keep sliding out on my personal trail. But I think you get a better run up on this one versus mine. And that makes it a lot easier to get up. Man, I tell you, the tech park beat the shit out of me. So I think, I'm still learning this trail, but I think that I just crossed from orange or yellow onto orange. But I'm not 100% sure. I need to get on trail forks and memorize it more, because it's different than the layout that they have listed on the billboard when you like come in on the trail. I don't know how old that sign is, but it's definitely changed from when they originally posted it. think this loop is about a mile, maybe a mile and a half, but I'm not 100% sure. We'll see. I'm using Map My Run right now, so we'll see what it says when I complete the loop. I also totally messed up my seat on that weird half-assed crash. So I had to find a fence post and bang it straight. So if anybody has any recommendations on good mountain bike seats that don't cost an arm and a leg, but also don't cost me my ass, let me know, because I am in the market. I really need to invest in a dropper post. This post has a quick release, so it's semi-helpful. But I still have to stop to adjust it. Alright, I gotta raise my seat a little bit, make it to the top of this little incline. Had it all the way down for the park. Forgot to raise it back up. Oh yeah, it feels better. Much more efficient now. there any other beginner bikers out there? What are you guys riding? I picked up the the Giant Talon 3 just to get me on a bike. Figured Giant was a brand I could at least trust. Even if it did have all the base level parts on it, I could get into it affordably and reliably. And other than the derailleurs being a little shitty, I'm overall pleased with it. Frame is holding up well. The geometry feels pretty good for me. The Suntour fork is pretty good. It is just a coil, but does a pretty good job of handling what I throw at it. It comes with the Icon Maxxis Icon tires, which are pretty decent. They're not the grippiest in mud, but that's okay. Serves me well. You guys thirsty? Want a little sip? May not be a particularly fast rider, but at least you get a pretty good look at the trails because they're not whizzing by too super fast. Please ignore my creaky headset.
Low power.
Oh, my camera just whispered something at me, so I guess I'll have to let it taper out and then try re-recording another day. But I hope you've enjoyed so far. Oh man, I'd ride over that, but I don't want it catching a fork. Oh, never mind. It's bigger than I thought it was going to be. Okay, I'm used to all the trees that fall on my trail being dry rotted and easy to break. That's muddy. Wasn't as soft as I thought. I could have just plowed through it, but I was definitely afraid my front tire was just gonna dig in and I was gonna go OTB. So last time I rode to the end of the Orange Trail here, I thought it just ended, but I was then told somewhere over there it picks back up, and I think I see the bald patch. Yep, cool. So that puts us about halfway through the Orange Trail, if this is still recording. Now this is all new to me. Ass in, slid a little bit in that mud. Hardy, hardy. I really need to invest in a rear derailleur with the clutch. Maybe when I finish here, I'll ride over to Blackwater, see how much one would cost me. I think they're back open now. Oh, handled that pretty well. Ooh, good thing I'm wearing pants. A little thorn bush hanging out over the trail. a fun little feature. Yep, did not switch out of my downhill gears. There we go. Maybe I can make it the rest of the way up now. There we go. That was unpleasant. One little baby techie climb. I think that was the service road that'll take you down to Blue and Green. Which are just the trail names. They're not the difficulty. They're both blue level trails. Supposedly, they felt like greens to me. At least a couple times per ride, I think. Goddamn, I wish I had clipless. Then the rest of the time I'm like, nah, fuck that. I'll break an ankle. Hi, Squirrely. So that's where Orange ends. And then this little linker so let me take that back. So it used to be Orange went up that little side and then down the road, down beside the road, And now they've built this link because they are paving that road. It used to just be a dirt road, I think. That's the way I understand it. All right, legs, good job. Man, stuff like this gives me a new respect for people who race like these massive cross-country lap races and big 24-mile enduros and shit. That is a whole nother level of fitness that all the respect. So, this is where they're building the main entrance to the trail center. So this is Trailhead 1. That's one end of Orange that I just came out of. We're about to go into the other end of Orange. There's also, so Blue Trail goes down here, loops around, links up with Green Trail, comes back, Blue Trail ends here, and then Orange is here. And this will take us back to where I parked at Trailhead 2. There are definitely some hills and stuff over here on this end of Orange. It's not brutal, but that's gonna be rough on my ass because I'm tired. I definitely should have eaten more carbs this morning before I left the house. Whew, beating the shit out of my gears. Almost to the top. That section is a lot more fun going the other way. There is a shortcut so you don't have to climb it all, but that's not my style. There it is. Or was, rather. I had a fun click in my derailleur. Probably bent it again on my crash earlier in the pump track. No, you're good, bud.
Thanks, appreciate it.
Absolutely. Have a good one. I'm not entirely sure if this trail has a suggested direction, but I always go counterclockwise. But I do understand the clockwise because that downhill section is really fun. But then you got that chicane that's downhill too, and it's fun if you're going pretty fast, but I don't have the energy to fight it today. Not that I go very fast on it at all anyway, but fast enough to let the tires slide out on you in the rear. That's fun. Maybe next time I'll do video on blue. It's got a really cool little rhythm section in it that you can go pretty quick in. And then green's got one too. We are very near the end where orange links back up with yellow. If you guys are still watching, I appreciate it. Whew, a little knob ripper. Luckily, that is the end of my loop. All right, so 40 minutes to do 4.17 miles. So there we go. 40 minutes to do 4.17 miles. I only did about a mile and a half at the park, but a lot more hard work and pedaling. So yeah, thanks for watching. Stay tuned, I'll have more soon.